What's up, fight fans? Greetings from the Wrestleverse. It's your boy Tejon, and get ready for another supercharged ride through the Wrestleverse because it's time for the rundown. All right, guys. So the rundown today is going to be, of course, last night's episode of NXT. I gotta say, I wasn't really feeling it. I don't know what it was that made me not really into the episode. I really can't pinpoint it, but I don't know. I just wasn't really into it. There's something missing now. I don't know what it is, but something is going. But we'll dive into that later. Right now, let's just get right into the rundown. All right. So you got the new tag team champs, Pretty Deadly, on the mic, talking about how they won, thinking that, they're hot stuff now, right? Then you got these random dudes. I don't know who these guys are, but I'm assuming they're from NXT UK. So I guess they're trying to get some more shine in. Maybe we got some more crossovers going on. But they're claiming that, they could have dog walked them. And then Legado del Fantasma comes out of nowhere and just straight beats them out the ring. It was kind of crazy. So yeah, I think that they're these two dudes that were clearly talking too much trash, and Legado was not having it. So next, we saw through the whole episode, Braun Breaker's trying to find Joe Gacy and get his father's ring back. Joe Gacy's just taunting him the whole time. And it's like, you're just gonna have to find me if you want it back, right? So the whole time, that's what's going on. It's like, in the background. So next, Tiffany Stratton just straight up destroys Saray. It wasn't even much of a match. It was just like, Saray's been bothering her. And I think they finally finished this feud after this because Tiffany Stratton just straight up won this match. And I mean, hey, in my opinion, she's a better wrestler than Saray. I still haven't seen anything that makes Saray pop other than her character. Tiffany Stratton's actually a pretty dope wrestler. But next up, we got, this was pretty cool. So you got Sanga chasing after Grayson Waller because, Grayson, I guess, fired him and has been talking so much smack about Sanga. So Sanga starts beating the crap out of this dude. I mean, throwing him like he's a paperweight all across the ring. It was ridiculous. But Grayson, is sneaky enough that he can pull out a win from anything. He slams him into the corner post and then hits him with a nice little stunner and gets the pin. So, hey, I mean, a win is a win. And getting a win against somebody that's double your size, you got to respect it. You got to be crafty. So I ain't mad at it, man, but I highly doubt that their feud is over. Next, though, you got Roxy, or I think her name is like Roxanne now, but, she's from ROH. She's got the call up to WWE, and she immediately meets up with Toxic Attraction. And so JC Jane actually is talking the most trash to her and says that she has an attitude. And she was supposed to debut next week, but they went ahead and just moved her up to last night. I'm assuming maybe somebody backed out. Maybe that's why something was off. I don't know. I'm sure some news will come out because I'm doing a top 10 later. We'll figure that out. But that was later on. Next, you had Legado del Fantasma legally facing those two random dudes from UK. I'm going to just say they're from NXT UK. And just beat the crap out of these dudes. Get an easy win. This was a squash match. Welcome to NXT, I guess, because, man, yeah, that was an easy win by Legado del Fantasma. But next, we finally got to see Wes Lee, after all that controversy that unfortunately he was involved in. We know that his career it's still basically in limbo, but Zion Quinn kind of gave him a little singles match. So he challenged him for later on in the episode. But I would love to see these two as a tag team. I think that this would be a really nice tag team duo, but I don't think that that's going to happen. It was just cool to see them side by side. I was like, oh, snap. That would be kind of dope. Anyway, then you see Carmelo Hayes facing Escobar Santos, and this was a big match. This was probably the biggest match of the night to me, and it was a long one, and it was super dope to watch, honestly. And Escobar Santos started pulling away and was really giving it to Carmelo Hayes. He was about to win. In all honesty, this was a contenders match, I'm assuming, because they were talking a lot about the title, but it wasn't really clear. And all of a sudden, these two Mafia men, I'm assuming from Tony D'Angelo, even though he denied it, come at him with a crowbar, hit him at the back of his knees, and then throw him back in the ring. he gets Carmelo Hayes hits him with this massive leg drop from the top ropes, and he gets the easy pin. So yeah, I don't know why Tony D did what he did, but you know, that crowbar is definitely his thing, and I think that Escobar knows that, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna be coming for him next. But Cameron Grimes comes out and is like, I know that you were too scared to ask me for a title shot straight up, but I'm here to tell you straight to your face that, you know, you can get it. Like, let's get this money. Let's do it right now. And so right before that happens, Solo Sikoa comes out and just destroys Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes like nothing. And then they have a massive stare down. And I'm be honest, man, I would love to see this rematch, but I'm glad that they made this a triple threat match for the title, because their match was pretty awesome. And I think that Carmelo Hayes would only add to the excitement. So I'm definitely down for this match. But next, this was a little weird to me. It looked to me that Roderick Strong was kind of talking down on Malcolm a little bit. It looked to me like he's looking to fire him. I don't know what's going on with the Diamond Mine, but yeah, it ain't looking too good. It's looking like, you know, there's trouble in the water there. But next, Natalia has her first match in NXT. This one was pretty dope. It's a clear squash match. Like, you knew that this was gonna. It lasted a longer time than I thought it would. But I mean, Natalia was in control the whole time. Like, look at this. Like, she just had her in several submissions until she locks in that sharpshooter, and I mean, gets the win. So, you know, congrats to Natalia. Welcome to NXT. Next, though, they were already looking. Dexter Lumis and Duke Hudson looked like they were already having trouble as a tag team. That was just backstage. They can't communicate because, you know, Dexter Lumis don't talk. It's a weird gimmick. He's just a weird dude. So, you know, they were already looking like they were about to break up before their match. But now you have the Zion Quinn and Wes Lee fight. And I mean, honestly, this was just Zion Quinn's match from the jump. It was bad. It was a bad singles match. I don't think that Wes Lee is meant for singles competition. He needs to find a new tag team partner because it wasn't even that interesting to watch. It would have been way better if you made Zion and Wes Lee a tag team. So please give him that instead, especially if you're going to keep him on. Next, you have Natalia being challenged by Nikita Lyons. Nikita Lyons is only like 2 matches in. So this was kind of crazy to me. Like, this is going to be another one that Natalia's just going to crush. But maybe this is going to be like a grooming kind of thing where Natalia makes Nikita Lyons and actually a competitive, good wrestler. That would be dope. Gotta say, that would be really dope. But next up, let me see. Oh, sorry. I didn't even mean to do that. So JC Jane and Roxanne's fight happened, right? And so JC Jane is low-key beating the crap out of Roxanne. And who's that on the screen? None other than Wendy Chu. And Wendy Chu then distracts JC Jane and shows her what she did to the Toxic Lounge. Straight up destroyed it. JC Jane is furious, and Roxanne gets the sneaky roll-up pin and gets the win and runs out. It was pretty dope. So she gets her first win against JC Jane, which means that she is now the number one enemy on Toxic Attraction's list, right next to Wendy Chu. So they're probably going to be a little tag team. That is awesome, because we love Wendy Chu over here. But next up, you got the Pretty Deadly tag team versus Duke Hudson and Dexter Lumis, and this was when things took a turn, because they were Pretty Deadly was basically winning the match up to this point. And then, you know, they were posing with Duke and Dexter's girls, and from there it got hectic. And Dexter and Duke were just dog walking them. They turned into like one of the best tag teams for a good 5 minutes. They were doing so good. The chemistry was there, but unfortunately they just weren't enough to beat Pretty Deadly. And it honestly was kind of controversial, because it looked to me like Duke Hudson, who was on fire last night, by the way. Like, Duke Hudson surprised the hell out of me. He was on fire. And it looked to me like he got the pin. Like, it looked like the ref hit 3. And, I mean, the crowd said it too. Like, everybody was kind of thrown off by it. But match kept going. Pretty Deadly ended up winning. Clearly, that was like a mishap. Somebody fucked up the script. Now you got the last part. Joe Gacy finally reveals himself. He's like on the ledge in the crowd, has the ring, calls out Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker immediately comes out. And Joe Gacy is like, I will give you this ring on one condition. You have to give me a title fight. And of course, Braun Breaker's like, fine, I'll do that. So he puts the ring in his pocket and then he pushes him off the ledge. And you can't really see it, but there's a bunch of dark figures surrounding him who then just huddle over him while Joe Gacy just looks with his creepiest smile yet as he just gets surrounded by these dark hooded figures. And that's your top 10, guys. That is all that happened at NXT. Weird episode, right? There was a lot going on, and I'm going to look into it, especially for this top 10 that I'm doing later tonight, because I know I missed the top 5 yesterday. A lot going on. But I will make it up to you guys, and instead of doing a top 5 at 5, you guys get a whole top 10. So that's going to be dope. So stick around for that. But yeah, I'm definitely going to look into this episode because I'm going to just give you guys my ratings real quick. So you know how we do it. 5, Fight Forever. 4, this is awesome. 3, you still got it. 2, what? And 1, boring. Don't watch it. Better off watching me or somebody else. I'll just give it a 3. You know, I don't want to be disrespectful and say it was a 2 because it was still like it was entertaining. But it wasn't anything more than a 3. Like I didn't see anything that wowed me for real. Other than Duke Hudson. Duke Hudson really surprised me last night. He's a super good wrestler, and I think that should skyrocket his career a little bit because he showed a lot of like entertainment, and it was super dope. Like people chanting Duke, like man, what a turnaround for him. But other than that, I mean, the episode was kind of dry to me. Like I was not into it. I really don't know what happened. It just seemed like it was lackluster. I don't know. I really don't know what it is. I have no idea. So to keep it fair, I'm just gonna stick with the 3 until I figure out what happened. Because it was like eating a dish that you always eat, but you know that there's a flavor off. You know what I mean? So that's all it is. But that's all I got for you guys today. Like I said, as always, like, comment, share, subscribe to Take It to the Ring. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Take It to the Ring, TTR Wrestling. All that, and of course check out the All Real Crew. I'm gonna have some slides up, some shorts up for you guys later as well. But yeah, man, until next time, it's your boy Tijon. Keep it real, guys.